Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla. So, Tesla held a little event for their employees called All Hands, and Elon did actually drop a few bombshells. I don't think anyone saw the speed of Tesla accelerate to something like this. So, let's check it all out and let's dive right in. Firstly, let's talk about the Cybercab and then the Optimus robot, because Elon finally talked a little bit more about the unboxed production method. That is, the game-changing new innovations that will set Tesla apart from everyone else, and is what makes Tesla's robotaxis untouchable for any competitor at the moment. Because Elon said that the production line will move so fast that no human will be able to get close to it, and he thinks that eventually there will be a Cybercab coming off the production line every 5 seconds. So let's just hear it from Elon himself.
Well, we want to scale up production to new heights. Obviously, with the Cybercab, we're going to be. Cybercab is not just revolutionary car design; it's also a revolutionary manufacturing process. So I guess we probably don't talk about that enough. But if you've seen the design of the Cybercab line, it doesn't look like a normal car manufacturing line. It looks like a really high-speed consumer electronics line. In fact, the line will move so fast that actually people can't even get close to it. Like that's, I think it'll be able to produce a car ultimately in less than 5 seconds. Like, can you imagine a car coming off the line in less than 5 seconds? That's like, whoa. Which means casting's got to happen fast. Yeah.
Now this is insane. I think there is no doubt after hearing this that the new unboxed production method is 100% automated. There will be no humans involved in the production of the car on the production line. It sounds like Tesla has done what they hoped for all the way back with the Model 3. Create a giant automated factory with no humans. Because back then the technology was probably not quite ready for it, and most importantly, the car was not designed for it. So they had a car that was designed, and then the engineer had to figure out how to build it, and the automation team had to figure out could it be automated. But Tesla has learned so much from their Model Y with gigacastings, and the way they build the car with the structural battery pack, where they put the floor and the car seat and the middle console and everything on that, and then just push that up underneath the car. And they also learned a lot from the Cybertruck, where they started with the manufacturing that dictated the design and tested out the steer-by-wire and so much more technology. But Tesla wanted to make it better because the Master Plan 3, that was all about extreme scale. So Tesla did something no one else on the planet can do, as Lars and Franz also explained.
But somewhere along the way, we changed the manufacturing process to be fully automated. And so we leaned into this whole new way of manufacturing a car, but we had already engineered it. So things didn't quite go as well as planned.
It was an amazing product, but it landed us in production hell. Many of us who lived through that carry those battle scars. It was a great idea, but it wasn't the right timing. Like Franz said, automating something that we designed to be built manually is super hard. And we have many, many failed examples of that at the Fremont factory that we ripped out. But some of them eventually still work. This is one I actually worked on with a small team of engineers. It's still running today. And some of the engineers that came by said we couldn't do it, are no longer with the company, but it's running, and it's running faster than ever. So we kind of self-imposed constraints on the design when we were doing it to be built manually, and we really didn't think about it. But despite all that, Model 3 is the best-selling EV ever.
Yeah, and Model Y, which is derived from Model 3, is about to pass that.
After all that, we would design, engineer, manufacture, and plan for automation happening together. It gives us the opportunity to question requirements. This is something that is fundamentally only available at Tesla. In the places I used to work and the top manufacturing companies in the world, they don't sit together.
Yeah,
we are one team.
Nowhere I know has all these teams together thinking about these processes from the very beginning.
In fact, all of those engineering teams, manufacturing, design, automation, they're all in one org. They all report to one person. We can't point fingers at each other, so we have to solve them together, which is the best way to innovate.
So this is why the Tesla Cybercab is so unique, because this is not just another car that has been designed to look nice by a bunch of designers and then leave it for the engineers to figure out how to build this design. This is the first car in history where the designer, the engineers, the manufacturing team, and the automation team have been sitting together in one room and building this thing from the ground up with the first principle thinking. And not only that, they have also thought about everything about a robotaxi and how it should be designed to be easy to clean so a robot could do it. Something no other car in history has ever been designed with that in mind. So every little detail has been agreed on by all four teams. So they have been saying, does this design make it possible for the engineers? And sure, okay, but is it possible to manufacture? Sure, great, but can it be automated? No, okay. We try again until they have designed something that checks all the boxes in all teams. And what they end up with is a car that is designed for efficiency, that will be easy to build on a 100% automated manufacturing line. Like Lars said back at the shareholder day, when we go automated, it's going to be a lot easier. Yes, they have never had a production line that is 100% automated, but it truly sounds like they have done that now, as no human can get close to the production line because it moves so fast. And this is what makes the Tesla Cybercab stand out among every other robotaxis on the planet and make it the vehicle that will take the lion's share of the autonomous market, because no one will be able to compete against it. And this is what I have been trying to show in so many videos, because Tesla has made a production method that cut the cost of building a car in half. But not only that, the Cybercab also have about half the parts of a Tesla Model 3 and is also a much smaller and lighter car overall. So it will not only be half the price to produce as a Tesla Model 3. It will be much cheaper than that, and it will be coming off the assembly line every 5 seconds. So sure, Waymo can get Zeekr to produce their little van with their normal production method and have them ship that from China to the US, where they will fit the car with all their sensors and computers, and then they can put it on the street. Just shipping it from China to the US is taking 20 days. Tesla will have a complete robotaxi coming off the production line every 5 seconds that will simply just be able to drive itself off the assembly line and drive to its destination every 5 seconds. Waymo will never be able to compete on price, as I have talked about so many times, or scale up as fast as Tesla will. We are talking about millions of Cybercabs every year. Waymo have about 1,000 vehicles in their fleet today, and that has taken them 7 years to build that fleet. There is just no way anyone on the planet will be able to compete, because, as Lars and Franz also said, there is no other company on the planet that have designers, engineers, manufacturing, and the automation team in one room. And be able to build a production line and vehicle like the Cybercab, you need that, or it will simply not be possible, and no one else has this. The old legacy automakers can't even build an EV profitable yet that costs $50,000 to $60,000. None of them has full self-driving software. It's all something that comes from third parties like Mobileye, Wave, or Huawei. So they have to partner up and all have to earn something on this partnership. And we have some people that think they will be able to compete against the Cybercab, a complete robotaxi that flies off the assembly line every 5 seconds and just drive itself out into the fleet. There is simply no way. There might be many that will have a robotaxi ready within the next few years. But as I have shown before, if they can't make it as cost effective as Tesla, they will never be able to compete, as the biggest cost factor in a robotaxi fleet's cost per mile is the cost of the vehicle itself. And we have already seen Ford saying they will not even put level 3 in their upcoming affordable EVs as it will be too costly. BYD is not putting LiDAR in their affordable cars as their ADAS system will then be too costly. But not for Tesla. They have a Cybercab that probably costs something like $15,000 to build when it's fully ramped. Ford can't even build a normal car for that cost. The production method is what makes it game over for everyone else. Not that the others can't get to autonomy. They can, but they can't get autonomy as cost effectively as Tesla, so they can't compete on price. But another product that Elon talked about, that is even a bigger product than the Cybercab, is of course the Optimus robot.
So this year we hopefully will be able to make about 5,000 Optimus robots. We're technically we're aiming for enough parts to make 10,000, maybe 12,000. But since it's a totally new product with totally new, like everything's totally new, I'll say like we're succeeding if we get to half the 10,000. But even 5,000 robots, that's the size of a Roman legion, FYI, which is like a little scary thought, like a whole legion of robots. I'd be like, whoa, yeah. But I think we'll literally build a legion, at least one legion of robots this year, and then probably 10 legions next year. And I don't know, it's kind of a cool unit, units of legion. So probably 50,000-ish next year, and then it's probably ready I'm hopefully ready for Optimus to be used outside of Tesla-controlled environment, or maybe around the middle of next year, second half of next year sometime. So I think that sounds about right. Probably second half of next year is when they'll be available. And then we will offer Optimus robots first to Tesla employees, so you guys get the priority. There are some pluses and minuses to that, because it's probably have a few bugs, but it's going to be very cool. You'll want to invite your friends over and say, check us out.
And it is coming to the world so much sooner than many people think. As Elon said, there are already Optimus robots being built in Fremont on the production line. So not hand-built as the old one, no, the production line. And there will be an even bigger production line being built in Austin as well. And they are still internally aiming for 10,000 robots this year. That is what they have passed for. So that is what their supply chain is geared up for at the moment. But since this is a whole new product, if they get to 5,000 robots, that will still be pretty amazing. Like Elon said, that is like a Roman legion army. Yes, I think just a few thousand robots working in their factories this year will show the world it is not just a pipe dream side project to keep investors happy. No, this is happening, and is happening right now, not in the future. Now. And as Elon also said, Optimus will be 10 times bigger than the biggest product ever made. Yes, and I have made a video about the potential of humanoid robots, and I personally think that the total addressable market is basically endless. As Elon said, when he was asked about making a VTOL or electric plane or electric trains, well, maybe someday we will do it because he would like to, but they just don't have the bandwidth right now to do it. But if they can print labor in the millions, Tesla can basically start whole new companies building whatever they want, as Tesla also has some of the best engineers in the world. So a generalized humanoid robot with a real AI brain will enable Tesla to go into basically any business they want to. So I don't think it will just stop with a humanoid robot and then Tesla is happy. I think that is just the beginning of a whole new Tesla. And combine that with Tesla's energy and battery storage and a generalized humanoid robot and autonomous vehicles, Tesla will create what Elon also said, the age of sustainable abundance, something Tony Seba has also talked about. Tesla's mission is no longer just accelerating the world to a sustainable future. It has evolved to create the age of sustainable abundance. So completely agree with Elon that the future, both for Tesla but also for humanity, looks pretty amazing. Our civilization will look very different in just 5 to 10 years from now, but there is a chance that it will be the age of sustainable abundance for everyone on planet Earth. And the one being the biggest driver for all of that would be Tesla. So how anyone can be against Tesla or bet against Tesla is beyond my understanding. The one company that is trying to get the human race to the age of sustainable abundance for everyone. That sounds like a place and a time in which I would love to live. Sounds much better than the hateful time we are seeing right now. So hold on, the ride might be a little bumpy, but the destination is going to be worth it. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.